Today's webinar is Revolutionize Your Global Web Presence using Systran and Sitefinity. Our speakers today are Amy Ward, Product Marketing Specialist at Progress, Kamen Damyanov, Pre-Sales Solution Engineer at Progress, and Victor Ramirez, Director of E-Business Solutions at Systran. We're very excited today to show you the collaboration and partnership between Sitefinity and Systran and how these innovative technologies can help facilitate a stronger global web presence. So to get us started, I'm going to pass it over to Amy.
Thank you, CJ. Hi, everyone. First, I just wanted to start off by giving you a sense of what the market looks like today in terms of digital disruption, and then I'll go into how our platform and solutions together fit into what the market looks like today. So a lot of leading companies are utilizing technology to disrupt the traditional business models that we're familiar with. So a lot of the companies on this slide here utilize technology to define a key competitive advantage. So companies need to be extremely mindful of that and start using technology to disrupt their industry before somebody else does. Our CEO, Yogesh Gupta, actually spoke with leaders across industries and got their thoughts on digital disruption. And he found that a lot of leaders in the workout and gym space found it difficult to keep up with companies like Peloton, because Peloton offers a really engaging workout experience from the comfort of somebody's home. So users don't even have to go to the gym to get a workout class. They can just do it right at home with the help of technology. Now we can go to the next slide. So at the center of this digital disruption and transformation are delivering engaging digital experiences like I showed with Peloton. These companies are providing seamless and consistent experiences to whoever their persona might be. So whether they serve partners, whether they serve employees, whether they serve customers, they help deliver experiences to them with the help of technology. Just to give a snapshot of what the market looks like, a majority of the market actually has a mandate to use digital to achieve a competitive advantage. And for a good chunk of the market, this need is urgent. So 48% must make significant changes within a year, and 32% have 1 to 2 years to actually be successful. Next slide, please. So that's where Progress Sitefinity comes in. We're a content management and analytics platform that allows both the developers and marketers to work together to deliver, optimize, and scale compelling, unified, and personalized omni-channel user experiences. So what this means is with Sitefinity, organizations can address market needs and easily deliver experiences that are personalized to the various personas they serve and deliver consistent experiences across multiple devices. We can go to the next slide. So Sitefinity is known as the most user-friendly and the most cost-effective CMS on the market. And here's a snapshot of really what you can achieve with Sitefinity. You can deliver B2B, B2C, and B2E use cases across multiple devices. So no matter how your persona interacts with your brand, whether they interact with it on a laptop, an iPad, whatever it may be, they get a consistent experience. We also have an extremely intuitive, easy to use interface, so marketers and developers can be productive and actually complete day-to-day tasks faster. We have integrated personalization and analytics, so users can optimize and enhance the journey to achieve business goals and also deliver personalized content to whoever their personas are. And then lastly, we enable a rapid time to market for companies that are managing multiple sites and multiple sites that reach multiple regions, so they can easily translate content and global communications to multiple regions. Next slide, please. So here are Sitefinity's key features. We have intuitive, multi-site multilingual and multi-channel management, personalization, optimization, and digital marketing. We're cloud-enabled, extremely extensible, so you can connect Sitefinity to any vital business platform that's already existing in your ecosystem, and we're built on ASP.NET. And lastly, we enable B2B and B2C e-commerce, so visitors can easily engage with your brand, find products they like on your website, and actually make a purchase. Next slide, please. And this is where the power of Systran and Sitefinity together come in. So Sitefinity has a number of preferred technology partners that help us expand our capabilities and deliver advanced functionality to our customers. So we have an extremely close partnership with Systran, and their technology helps us manage global communications within Sitefinity and enables almost instant translation of communications within Sitefinity. So our platforms together enable users to drive global productivity and manage consistent and engaging multilingual experiences to their personas. Now I'll hand it off to Victor to introduce the Systran side of things.
All right, thank you, Amy. This is Victor with Systran, and I'd like to speak with you about who uses translation, some considerations, and why. As a pioneer in machine translation, Systran has been dedicated for over 52 years to providing the highest level of translation quality while assuring the simplification and integration of its software. We facilitate multilingual collaboration while reducing translation costs, improving global productivity, and international business development. Our customers translate various formats and files. In support of customer-facing information or internal collaboration between departments, the Systran software can make internal and external communication seamless by adjusting the tone based on the communication needs. Together, we build a powerful, contextually aware translation model and produce translations whose qualities exceeds the current state-of-the-art machine translation, as well as achieving better results than a non-native speaker. Systran offers translation platforms suitable for your needs, regardless of where you are in your efforts of reaching your global customer. You choose your license needs, and we will support your implementation with options like multi-tenant private cloud, single-tenant hosted, or on-premise secure data containment. With the right options for your team, we will also offer the right subscriptions with perpetual, annual, and monthly options. Slide, please. With a growing need for global communication, our language portfolio is always growing with new languages and variations in dialect to meet the localization need. Systran can meet your current and growing needs through our support of over 140 language combinations capable of simplifying processes and creating efficiencies within the software you are already working with. This means we can integrate your existing user dictionaries and translation memories with seamless connections to your CAT tools or management software. You should expect high quality, appropriate data privacy, and specialization to your domain with a fully customizable and scalable translation solution. Slide, please. When you implement Systran translation engines with Sitefinity, your web content will be user-friendly, accessible, and cost-effective, providing you with the ability to update, edit, and publish instantly, and now translate instantly too. So maintain tone and communication style for every language customer needs. Realize your untapped return on investment, boost productivity and revenue growth, connect with the tools you're already using, and allow our widget to enable adding automatic translation features to your website or web application. Slide. So revolutionize your global presence with Systran and Sitefinity by increasing productivity, driving multilingual collaboration, and reducing costs, all while reaching a global audience fast and easy. We can and will support you as far as your global communication goals require you to go. To show you how this happens, I'm going to pass you over to Cayman to demonstrate the opportunity at work.
Right, thank you, Victor. Let me share my screen so that we go through the demonstration. After we've had the overview of Sitefinity and Systran and the challenges they strive to resolve, it's time to see them working together to help make things easier for a person that is managing a website or an application on a global scale with multiple languages and cultures in place. What I'm sharing on the screen is one of our demo websites, the Quantum, that was built to showcase Sitefinity capabilities without customization applied to them. So what you see is what you get with the Sitefinity license. It also has the Systran Pure Neural Machine Translation connector turned on so that we can see both systems working together. And it's time to go to the backend of that website just to showcase those capabilities. As we can see, it is a multi-site application running in several regions. So each region will have different languages, different cultures turned on to it. So this is one aspect that Sitefinity gives you, and also with Systran turned on, this process will be also automatic when you need the translation of your content. In terms of what the demonstration will consist of, I'll start off with creating one content item in English, then use the Systran machine translation connector to translate that. And after that, I'll take it a step further by creating a page with a lot of content built on the fly while creating the page and translate that as well, so that we see how both those capabilities are supported by the Systran machine translation connector. So to create the news article, we click on the news where we actually store all of the news articles that we have in the system, and we can create new ones. This is the news that I'm going to create. I'm giving it a title. I'm also going to populate the text itself or the content of that news article. Okay, I didn't copy. Right, and also providing it with a summary. We can add, of course, categories, tags, and all of the other properties, but I'm going to skip that. I'm just going to use an image and publish the article. Here we can also have open graph settings for social media integration, so we don't need all of the text for it. Once we publish, the content item will appear on all of the pages that are displaying news articles on the website. But at the moment, so if we go back to the news articles, we will only have the English translation available. The website has Spanish turned on, so in the international Quantum International realm, we have English and Spanish working. So the system knows that the content should be translated into Spanish, but it's actually this translation is missing. So Sitefinity gives us one option, which is to translate the content manually, go into the Spanish variation and input the content manually. But with the Systran connector working, we have the option to send for translation and choose the target language that we would like to translate to, select the Systran machine translation connector from the drop down and send it for translation. After a couple of seconds, it's quite fast. So we, of course, need to refresh a little bit, at least one time. But the translation happens pretty quickly. So we'll have it back in a moment. Well, actually, in the meantime, Sitefinity creates a project in the translations area, and we can check out if everything is working properly. Is the translation going through? Is it waiting for it to be translated, and so on? But as I mentioned, it's quite fast with the Systran machine translation connector. So we have the Spanish variation translated, and there it is. All of the language, all of the properties that I have inputted are translated into Spanish. And it's time, actually, let's have an overview of the projects in the translations area. This is Sitefinity providing us with information how many items have been sent for translations, how many of them have been translated, are there any errors, why those errors happen, and so on. So we have full overview of what's happening with those translations. So as the second part of our demonstration, we're going to take it a step further and actually translate an entire page, also showcasing how easy it is to create pages with Sitefinity, because we're going to do that right on the fly. We give it a title, we select a template for it, and then we're going to populate the content of the page. As I mentioned, I'm going to reuse the news articles which have been translated. Those articles, something that I forgot to mention is that we also have bulk actions. So I only translated on one article, but the same could apply to 1,000 articles with the bulk actions that Sitefinity provides once you mark more than one item. And of course, the waiting time will be a little bit longer compared to for one article, but still it happens pretty quickly, even on a large scale with the Systran machine translation connector. So creating the page, I'm going to use the drag and drop functionality of the widgets of Sitefinity to populate some content, and most of it will be created right on the fly in front of you. And after that, translated on the fly as well. As you can see, the entire page building experience of Sitefinity is just drag and drop for every content editor. It doesn't require any technical knowledge to produce that content. And finally, I'm going to reuse some items that are already translated. So this will save a little bit of time for the machine translation connector, but still there will be a lot of work for it to do. I forgot to add an image in the content block as well. So I wanted to also have it. I can publish the page. And again, I have the option to, if I go back to pages, I have the option to translate the page manually. Actually, Sitefinity will give me some advantages even when translating the page manually. It will ask me if I want to have a copy of some of the pages that are already in place. So, for example, have a copy of that demo page in the translated into Spanish, and this will save me the time to translate the news articles, because Sitefinity is smart enough to look for that widget in the language that we are creating and display that into the right language. Let me just send it for translation while I'm explaining, so that we have it ready in a couple of seconds. So yeah, Sitefinity will save me some time, but all of the content that I have created on the fly in that cart widget, in the content block, and so on, those will have to be manually translated, while now I'm also translating them as well with the Systran machine translation connector, because we're sending another item to the translation connector, and it is going to translate everything for us, actually. So we can check again if we got the translated version. Actually, it is not published. It is saved in a draft mode, so that we check out how everything is aligning, is the translation proper, and so on. For example, the image could be applied as well, because it's not translate it automatically. And we can select it again so that we have it in the Spanish version as well. We can publish and check out the front end of the website so that we see the demo page being live in the English variation, and after that in its Spanish variation as well. Actually, the reason why Sitefinity didn't publish the page is that ability to check out the translation, if everything is translated properly by the translation connector, and how it is aligning on the front end for people to see actually. So with that, I'll conclude the demonstration and leave more time for questions if there are any.
Thank you for the demo, Cayman. I have a question here from someone. What's the process of integrating Systran to Sitefinity?
Yeah, so it is from a technical perspective, it is a application that is built on top of Sitefinity, or complementing Sitefinity actually, and it is you can plug it to any Sitefinity application, build your application, and then it is ready to go. You just need to input some settings in the Sitefinity backend so that you tell the system to use that connector and to which are your credentials for Systran, and that's it. It's plug and play scenario.
Okay. Thank you for that, Cayman. I believe that's the only question we received, but if anyone has any further questions, you can go ahead and contact Amy, Cayman, or Victor. Their contact info is on the page right now or on the screen. As well, their contact info will also be in an additional email that we'll be sending out after the webinar. So this concludes our presentation for today. Victor, Amy, Cayman, is there anything else you guys would like to add?
The only thing I'd like to add is in regards to the integration for for the translation process. As Cayman described, for the Sitefinity end of things, it's relatively simple, and it is for the Systran side of things as well. So if there are questions about that integration part of it, it's very straightforward in regards to us just identifying the proper solution that matches the needs with what you're looking for and scaled appropriately moving forward, so that we can provide the keys and the accessibility for the Sitefinity software to connect and make these translations as seamless as possible. So thank you very much for the question.
Okay, well, that concludes our presentation for today. Again, just go ahead and wait for that follow-up email from us with all the additional content. I want to thank all our speakers today and all of you for your time today as well. I hope you have a great rest of your day. Goodbye, everyone.
Thank you.
Thank you. Goodbye.
Thank you.